In the news this week, the biggest highlights will be the release of two of the nation's most prominent inflation measures and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's semi-annual testimony to Congress. Let's dive in. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. On Thursday, the Labor Department will reveal the Consumer Price Index for June. Economists project that monthly headline CPI rose just 0.1 of a point and that the annual rate increased 3.1%, which would represent a deceleration by 0.2 of a point from the pace set in May. Core CPI, which excludes food and energy prices, is expected to have climbed 0.2 of a point month over month in June. As for annual core CPI, that's expected to have picked up a little bit of speed as well, landing at 3.5%, 0.1 of a point faster than the rate in May. The next day, Friday, the Labor Department will be back to bring us up to speed on price pressures at the wholesale level when it reveals the Producer Price Index for June. The consensus estimate is for headline PPI to have increased 0.1 of a point on a monthly basis and 2.3% year over year. As for core PPI, that's expected to show some modest acceleration in both the monthly and annual figures. Economists project monthly core PPI increase 0.2 of a point in June, which would be a 0.2 of a percentage point increase over May's rate. Annual core PPI is expected to land at 2.5%, which would also be 0.2 of a point faster than in May. Something else we'll be watching this week is Fed Chair Jerome Powell's appearance on Capitol Hill to deliver his semi-annual monetary policy report to Congress. On Tuesday, Chair Powell will testify before the Senate Committee on Banking, and then on Wednesday he'll update the House Financial Services Committee. Traders now say there's a 75% chance the Fed will cut rates in September. Other data releases we'll have our eye on this week include the Small Business Optimism Index for June, which will be published on Tuesday by the National Federation of Independent Business. After coming in at a measure of 90.5 in May, its highest reading of the year, economists expect the index gave up a little ground last month. The consensus estimate is for the index to land at 89.2. Not only would that be a decline of more than a point from the May number, it would also be the 30th straight month the index ends up below the historical average of 98. An associated metric, the NFIB's Uncertainty Index for June, should receive a fair bit of scrutiny as well. In May, the Uncertainty Index jumped 9 points to 85, its highest reading since November 2020. Also this week, the University of Michigan will check in with the preliminary reading of its Consumer Sentiment Index for July. The index is expected to come in at 68.5, 0.3 of a point higher than the reading for June. That's it for now. We have two very important videos coming out this week, and then we'll be back next Monday. This is Devlin Steele for Augusta Precious Metals signing out.